Hello and welcome back. This is part 2 of our honors convocation. We're very excited to continue to recognize the wonderful students of the class of 2020. So thank you for joining us. Hopefully you got a chance to enjoy part 1, where we recognized our seniors with scholarships from all over the Waterford Fort LaBeouf community. So thank you so much, community members. It's just amazing. It's our favorite night of the year, where we see the union between our community and our students, and our students really begin to get a chance to recognize how much support, care that they have from our overall community. So thank you. And now we get started with part 2 of Honors Convocation, which gives us a chance to recognize the different components of academic excellence. So within this, we're going to first of all take a look at our valedictorian and salutatorian with the help and support of our superintendent, Mr. Emerick. We'll also take a few minutes to recognize the outstanding seniors and outstanding scholars for each of the curriculum areas. And we'll have special presentations from each of our departments as they recognize and honor those students. Then we have 2 special guests. We have Mr. Pizzo joining us to recognize our magna cum laude students, and we have Dr. Wolfram, our assistant superintendent, recognizing our summa cum laude students and our highest academic honor at Fort LaBeouf. We'll finish up by taking special note of our commencement speakers, and then we'll be finished for the evening. So thank you so much for joining us. It's now my honor and pleasure to recognize our leader and our supervisor or superintendent who guides us from week to week and day to day, Mr. Emerick.
Thank you, Mr. Rimpa. Tonight marks the pinnacle of our school year as we recognize the efforts of our students for achievements both in and outside of the classroom. That stated, it's a tremendous honor that I am asked each year to share in a moment in which we formally confirm our valedictorian and salutatorian recipients. As we all know, both of these students have labored for knowledge and with a tireless commitment to their studies, and of course the support of their families, have emerged at the apex of academic achievement here at FLB. Please join me in recognizing our salutatorian, Andrew Crilly. And now our class of 2020 valedictorian, Lucas Mosier. Congratulations, gentlemen. We are extremely proud of you. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Mr. Rimpa.
Thank you, Mr. Emerick, and congratulations to both of you gentlemen. Not only 2 outstanding gentlemen, but obviously 2 outstanding families. We all know, gentlemen, that you should take a moment right now and thank both your parents for all of their time, all of their commitment, because achieving something like salutatorian and valedictorian does not come easy, and you do not accomplish great things alone. So thank you guys for all that you've done. Next, we get a very special time in our presentation where we get to recognize our outstanding seniors and outstanding scholars from each of the department areas. Those are 2 different distinctions, and I'll give you a little background, the characteristics that make up both. Starting with our outstanding seniors, you're going to see students that are recognized for several characteristics, several strengths that they show, and different things that they displayed throughout their career at Fort LaBeouf High School. So starting with participation in electives within a curriculum area, starting with the high character and initiative. We've seen that throughout the evening. Within our scholarships, we saw so many students from the class of 2020 with high character, strong integrity, and this is another key component to being an outstanding senior. And lastly, demonstrating a love, interest, and passion for the subject matter. You're going to hear our instructors that represent each of the curriculum areas talk and discuss about their students and what they bring to the classroom, what they bring year in and year out. And so you'll see our outstanding seniors who bring all those characteristics and many more and get recognized this evening. The other part of this is a little bit more in depth when we talk about our outstanding scholars. Now remember, our outstanding scholars will be recognized for many, many years because we have our Outstanding Scholar Recognition Board right across from our high school office. Outstanding scholars are put on display. There'll be a plaque engraved, and there'll be put there for many, many years to come. So these students will be able to come back after they graduate college, after they have careers and families, and show off their name. So that's another outstanding honor for those students. Characteristics of an outstanding scholar. We're talking about a tremendous depth of understanding. Now, sometimes this depth comes from their excitement. Sometimes this depth comes from their extra time that they put in. But most of the time, it's just an innate ability. They were drawn into a curriculum area because they loved it, and they just showed a natural skill and level for them. Speaking of natural skill, natural ability, characteristic number 2. Students that are naturally skilled in certain areas, they just seem to get it. They have success there. It motivates, the teacher motivates, they're having excitement. They start developing a career interest there. And so those students also possess that. Lastly, excellence over 4 years, and also considering their class standing. Several years ago, our faculty senate said, let's make sure that we distinguish between outstanding senior and outstanding scholar. And those are the characteristics that they came up with, and those are the ones that we've been employing ever since. So to get things started, we're going to take a look at our applied arts department. We're very fortunate to have both of our instructors from the applied arts, Mr. Muncie and Mr. Strimmel, presenting tonight.
Yeah. To present 2 awards, the Outstanding Senior Drafting Award and the Outstanding Scholar Award in the Applied Arts. But before I do so, I'd like to take just a second to wish all the seniors out there good luck upon your graduation and whatever it is that you're going to do. But I'd like to especially wish well my seniors that have taken a class in my drafting room throughout your last 4 years at high school. So this year's Outstanding Senior in Drafting Award goes to a student who has proven to be hardworking, respectful, and takes pride in everything that he does. He's become a model student in the drafting room. I often talk about quality work, not quantity work, and become a perfectionist. And this person has done that. He does perfect work on most every assignment that he turns in. He uses his time wisely and often extends his learning on his own projects. Over the last couple of years, he's become kind of fond of our 3D printers in our room, and I often find him using the Inventor software to create projects that he can do on a 3D printer. I know he's done a couple for his younger sister. On group projects, he has proven to become a leader, a true leader. He's part of our Bison Ambassador program and is always willing to do whatever he needs to do to serve on that program. He's involved in the freshman exploration days as well as the freshman orientation, just to name a couple. Over the last 4 years, he's taken 4 classes in the drafting room. Upon graduation, he's going to attend Mercyhurst University and study intelligence. This year's Outstanding Senior in Drafting goes to Mr. Aiden Thiemann. Congratulations, Aiden. All right, the second award I'm going to present tonight is the Outstanding Scholar Award in the Applied Arts. This year's Outstanding Scholar has proven to be a hard worker, and he always does quality work. Over the last 4 years, he's developed strong problem-solving skills. Oftentimes, I have heart-to-heart talks with my classes, especially my advanced classes. And one of the topics I often talk about is becoming doers. A doer is a person that gets things done without having to have somebody hold their hand along the way. This person is a doer. He gets things done. Oftentimes, Mr. Rimpa, Mr. Pizzo, or Mr. Holt might come to me with a project that needs done for the school. This year's scholar is a person that I stick on those jobs. He gets things done. Over the last 4 years, he's taken 8 classes between the wood shop and the drafting room. In our CPS-CD program in the spring, we always have a career and job fair. In between, or as a junior, he secured a job with a company called Executool. And in between his junior year and senior year, he worked for Executool full time. And as a senior in high school, he works at Executool in the evenings. Upon graduation, he's going to study plastics engineering at Barron University. Mr. Robert Scholes will be truly missed, and he is this year's Outstanding Scholar in the Applied Arts. Congratulations, Robert.
Hello, I'm Mr. Strimmel. I am here to present the award for Outstanding Senior in Woodworking. This student I only had one time, this year. I never had her before in class, but she was an outstanding student to have. She was always willing to do her best. She always had a smile, and she was always willing to learn something new. She made a bookcase. It was wider at the bottom and slowly tapered to a narrower top. Hopefully someday she'll have plenty of room for her books in the future, as she is an avid reader. And the person that is receiving the award for Outstanding Senior in Woodworking is Alex Bassetti.
Congratulations goes out to Robert Scholes, Outstanding Scholar. Also, Aiden and Alexandria for their outstanding work in both drafting and woodshop. So proud of you, students. Congratulations on that nice honor. Our next area that we go to is our business department, led by Mike Shady, representing our business department with the honorees, Outstanding Scholar and Senior.
It's truly an honor this year to present the 2020 Outstanding Scholar for Business Education. On behalf of myself, Debbie Humphreys, and Chris Sear, we take a look at several criteria to choose this recipient. Throughout the 4 years of the student, we take a look at leadership in and out of the classroom. We take a look at academic standing in all their classes. We also take a look at some core business ed criteria as well. We take a look at attitude each and every day, take a look at accountability. We also take a look at how prepared the student is for his or her class. And last, we take a look at effort and positive energy they bring into the classroom and also into the school. This year's recipient and award winner exceeded all of this criteria. This year's Outstanding Scholar for 2020 is Nathan Larson. Nathan, we wish you all the best for your continued success, and we're very, very proud of you. It's truly an honor to present this year's 2020 Outstanding Senior for Business Education. On behalf of myself, Debbie Humphreys, and Chris Sear, we take a look at several criteria in choosing the Outstanding Senior. We take a look at passion for business. Does this individual have a passion for business, and how many classes and courses did he or she take throughout the 4 years of their studies? Also, leadership throughout the 4 years, not only in business ed, but for all their classes. We also have those core skills that business ed looks at, such as attitude each and every day, accountability. We take a look at preparation. We also take a look at effort and positive energy he or she would bring into the classroom. This individual has exceeded all of these, and he's also going to study a business career as he leaves us in June after graduation. We are sure proud of this individual, and this year's 2020 Outstanding Senior in Business Education goes to Dalton Hope. Dalton, all the best to your continued success, and again, congratulations.
Congratulations goes out to both of you gentlemen, both Nathan and Dalton, being recognized this evening. Nathan is our Outstanding Scholar, and Dalton is our Outstanding Senior. Many years of work and taking so many electives, being involved in so many areas of the business department. Congratulations on a well-earned award. Next, we have Mrs. Campbell representing the English Language Arts Department, and to take a few moments and recognize two students who've worked very, very hard.
What happens when natural intellect matched with an exceptional work ethic meets a relentless desire to achieve goals? What happens is this year's Outstanding Scholar. The Outstanding Scholar the English department has selected is accepting of challenges, obsessive over details, willing to take risks, funny, and still manages to stay grounded in the midst of his own chaos. The student seeks perfection and very nearly expects to achieve it, even when he's written an essay arguing that attractive people face higher standards and expectations than their less attractive counterparts. This student has a willingness to explore and to learn things in a different way, yet is able to hear and apply ideas and critiques and use them to improve. He's been a joy to teach and an asset in the classroom for the entirety of his career here at Fort LaBeouf. I am proud to present the English Department's 2020 Outstanding Scholar to a well-read, well-written, and well-dressed young man, Mr. Lucas Mosier. The student the English department has selected for Outstanding Senior is a young person who embodied all of the traits that any teacher would want in an ideal student. Hardworking, personable, insightful, mature, a team player. While many students look forward to sort of cushy senior schedules, this student began working harder, began scheduling more difficult classes, began stretching their boundaries as a reader and a writer. Instead of identifying her limitations, the student set out to challenge herself, to find out what she was capable of, and along the way, she made quite a name for herself in the 500 hallway. The student was a leader in class, whether in discussions or taking charge of group work, and she approached assignments with unique and creative spins. Whether it was an original essay analyzing classic British literature, filming a documentary about a local Amish community's tragedy, or writing poetry about the ups and downs of daily life, the student embraced the challenges that our department threw at her, and at times even upped the ante. So our congratulations goes out to the English department's Outstanding Senior, the genuine, determined, authentic Sasha Cornwell.
Congratulations goes out to Lucas Mosier, our Outstanding Scholar, and also Sasha Cornwell, Outstanding Senior. Congratulations. Very, very difficult for our teachers. They've talked to me about this process. There's so many deserving students, as you saw through so many students being recognized with scholarships earlier. So many students that have worked so hard and demonstrate so much love and passion for their studies, but they had to whittle it down. And so far, we have several very deserving winners. The next department. I try to steer clear from the jokes because this is such a prestigious evening and so exciting. But whenever have the task of introducing our next presenter, I like to tell everybody a little joke. What do you get when you cross clever and cute? Well, of course, you get Mrs. Clute.
I am honored to be the representative of the entire high school mathematics department to announce the winners for Outstanding Senior in Mathematics and Outstanding Scholar in Mathematics. We have an amazing group of seniors, and we as a department are so very proud of you and all of your accomplishments. It's been amazing working with all of you, and we wish you the best, and we know you will do well. The person we chose for Outstanding Scholar has an incredible mathematical talent and always seems to go above and beyond. He has been top-notch, always receiving excellent grades, and has a superior depth of knowledge in math. I had the pleasure of having him in my AP Calculus AB class, and now he is finishing up doing an outstanding job in AP Calculus BC. He's an excellent mathematician, and I do hope he continues doing something mathematical. The person we chose was Dylan Kuhn. The person we chose for Outstanding Senior has displayed drive and motivation throughout the 4 years he's been at the high school. He's always prepared for class and never fails to put in the extra time it takes to understand the subject matter. I had the pleasure of not only having him for honors geometry, but also for AP Calculus AB. I have watched him grow more confident in his studies and strengthen his already very superior problem-solving skills. The person we chose was Lucas Mosier.
I don't know if anyone finds that funny other than Mrs. Clute and I, but we enjoy it. Shout out to Miss Santucci, who was the first one to ever tell me that joke years ago. And our Outstanding Scholar in Math, Dylan Kuhn, and our Outstanding Senior, Lucas. Congratulations, gentlemen. The next department that we have this evening, Family and Consumer Science, with Miss Caccini leading the way.
Hello. This year's Outstanding Senior in Family and Consumer Sciences is awarded to a wonderful young lady who has shown a real enthusiasm for learning about food and nutrition. She has shown great leadership skills while working with her peers, especially in the foods lab, where she always took the initiative. She's demonstrated an ability to work independently in an extremely fast-paced environment. Her passion has been evident as she has volunteered to participate in many family and consumer science events over her past 4 years. This is why I am so honored to announce that this year's outstanding senior in family and consumer sciences is Miss Emma Wilcox. Congratulations, Emma, and thank you for everything. Good luck to you in your future.
Congratulations to Emma. Congratulations on working so hard and putting so many hours in. Mrs. Caccini is so proud of you, so congratulations. Moving on to our next department, the Performing Arts Department with Mr. Gilson.
This award is for Outstanding Scholar. The award this year goes to Elena Bengal. Elena has been an asset to our program in so many ways. Instrumentally, Elena has been part of the marching band, concert band, pep band, and has been in region band for our PMEA festivals as a clarinetist. And also vocally, she's been in PMEA region chorus as an alto. And she's also vocally been in dinner theater and the musical. She has been an outstanding leader for our department. She's been an active member of our Triam, has helped many students in the choral department, and she was the marching band drum major. Her high work ethic and passion for the content and for the success of other students was key to helping the department run. I would like to thank her for her outstanding leadership and devotion that has helped us progress as a department. Thank you very much, Elena. This award is for Outstanding Senior Instrumentalist. This award goes to Katie Hassel, who I have enjoyed working with for the past 5 years, as I watched her grow as both a musician and a confident young lady. Her outstanding abilities on flute are a result of her hard work and dedication. Not only is she an amazing instrumentalist, but she is an absolute joy to work with. She has performed with the concert band, marching band, musical pit, president of the Triam, and was a participant in the PMEA region band. Thank you for all your hard work, Katie. This award is for Outstanding Senior Vocalist. The Vocal Senior Award goes to Evelyn Bengal. Evelyn's work ethic, attention to detail, and passion are of the highest quality. She's an absolute joy to work with and a blessing to our department. Although this is the vocal award, an example of these qualities is how she picked up the saxophone a couple years ago and quickly, in just 2 short years, became a leader on that instrument. As for vocal, she has been a member of the musical, where she has been selected this year as a lead in The Wizard of Oz as Dorothy. I do have to say that those ruby slippers will be extremely difficult to fill. Thank you for all your hard work, Evelyn.
Congratulations, ladies. 3 wonderful students who've put so much time and effort into the Performing Arts Center with all of the events, the dinner theaters, the musicals, all things down there music. You ladies certainly are very deserving. Our outstanding scholar, Elena, our outstanding instrumentalist, Caitlin, and our outstanding vocalist, Evelyn. Congratulations, ladies. On to our next department. As we move into the curriculum area of health and phys ed, we have Mrs. Gerard presenting.
Hello, like most everyone presenting tonight, I wish I could be with you all to shake your hand and congratulate you in person. Since that is not possible, I will do my best to virtually congratulate you and wish you all the best of luck. The 3 awards I will be presenting tonight are the Male and Female Outstanding Physical Education Awards and the Health Scholar Award. To earn the top phys ed award, the recipient must receive the Presidential Physical Fitness Award, which is the top 10% of the students across the U.S. for standards in the shuttle run, sit and reach, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, and the mile run tests. The individual must also demonstrate outstanding character and excellent leadership qualities. The female award winner goes to a young lady who has always demonstrated a fantastic work ethic. She has participated in volleyball, basketball, and track during her time here and has been instrumental in all of those team successes. In PE, she is that rare student that comes around. She is positive, never complains, kind, and pushes herself to be her best. She has been a positive role model for our life skills students in PE. She will be attending the University of Pittsburgh in the fall, and we have no doubt she is going to continue to do amazing things. This year's award goes to Miss Rachel Dahm. This year's Male Phys Ed Award winner is a young man whose work ethic and drive is second to none. He has succeeded on the wrestling mat during his career and was a state qualifier. But beyond that, his never give up attitude is what makes the student athlete a true winner. His maturity beyond his years is rare and has always carries himself with dignity and integrity, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. He will be continuing his education at Penn State Barron in the health bio field. This year's Male PE Award goes to Mr. Joel Huck. This year's Health Scholar Award winner just seemed to have it all. The requirements are individuals who earned a high A average in 9th and 11th grade health, performs above and beyond the normal academic duty, and is a leader in the classroom. This individual has also been an outstanding athlete for Fort LaBeouf, also a leader on our football and track and field team. His commitment to overcoming adversity will serve him well in his future endeavors. This year's recipient is a young man who is incredibly smart, motivated, driven, and selfless, and is a terrific person. This year's Health Scholar Award goes to Mr. Andrew Lichtinger. Congratulations, seniors. Our hearts are with you all during these unusual times. On behalf of the PE department, we wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Mrs. Gerard, thank you for recognizing Andrew Lichtinger as our outstanding scholar. Congratulations, Andrew, for all of your efforts through the years. And we have our outstanding female, Rachel Dahm, and our outstanding male, Joel Huck. Nice work, folks. And our next area is the science department, and we have Mr. Tost representing those folks.
On behalf of the science department, I am pleased to introduce our selection for the outstanding scholar in science. This individual truly embodies the definition of a scholar. They work tirelessly, immerse themselves in the content, and often challenge their instructors as much as their instructors try to challenge them. Mrs. Lowry shared the following regarding the department's selection. He is ambitious and dedicated, always strives for the highest level of achievement, dependable and hardworking, and always carries a demanding course load. Personally, it's been my pleasure to have this student in 2 of my biology courses, once as a freshman and again as a junior. As a freshman, I was amazed at how mature, driven, and talented he was. As a junior, my expectations had been set, and yet he found a way to exceed them. He reminded me more of a college student than a high school student, as I learned he would organize study groups with his peers at coffee shops, and in doing so, he became their teacher as much as I was. So with that in mind, and much more that will have to be left unsaid, I am pleased and proud to award the Outstanding Scholar in Science to Mr. Andrew Crilly. Congratulations, Andrew, and best wishes to you in your future endeavors. On behalf of the Science Department, I am pleased to introduce our selection for the Outstanding Senior in Science. This individual has taken it upon themselves to participate and excel in so many of the science electives our department provides. Participating in AP Biology, AP Physics 1 and 2, Anatomy and Physiology 3, and Chemistry 2, this young man has not only taken it upon himself to be challenged by the discipline, but has also become well-rounded in the world of science. In each of those subject areas, his teachers echo his excellent work ethic, his impressive performance on assessments and projects, and his drive for understanding beyond the classroom topics. Something reflective of these attributes that will forever stand out in my memory of this individual was his approach to a bioethic research project in AP Biology. His topic was population control. His paper title was Missing Persons Problem. His paper would describe the biological, ecological, social, and cultural effects that the one-child policy of China would create. During his presentation, he began by having his peers stand and reading off criteria related to the one-child policy. If a criteria applied to a student, they would sit. When the list of criteria was exhausted, those students that remained standing would be born. Those seated would not. Over 2/3 of the class was seated. They became the missing persons. I was and still am impressed by this creative approach, which demonstrated a true mastery of the content and the influence scientific knowledge can have on our world. So with that in mind, this year's Outstanding Senior in Science is Mr. Lucas Mosier. Congratulations, Lucas, and best wishes to you in your future.
2 familiar faces, Andrew Crilly and Lucas Mosier. In fact, Mr. Emerick just recognized both of those gentlemen a few moments ago as our valedictorian salutatorian, taking home a couple more honors. Nice job, gentlemen. And now we have Mr. Humphreys, bringing in social studies and recognizing two students with much to share.
Good evening. I am Sean Humphreys, and on behalf of the Fort LaBeouf High School Social Studies Department, which includes Jason Beer, Rachel Canfield, Paul Cousins, Dave Gerard, Leanne Johnson, and myself, it is my honor to present the Outstanding Scholar and Senior in Social Studies to two very deserving individuals. The Social Studies Department nominates students who they feel meet the standards deserving of these awards. We then vote. The winners are top-notch students, citizens, and individuals who have shown an outstanding level of interest and achievement in our field. The Outstanding Senior in Social Studies is Mr. Tyler Cornell, and the Outstanding Scholar in Social Studies is Miss Anna DiNicola. Congratulations to these two wonderful people. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Humphreys, as we recognize Anna DiNicola as our Outstanding Scholar and Tyler Cornell as our Outstanding Senior. Thank you. And now we have our Visual Arts Department with Miss Peters.
Good evening. When I think about this year's group of students, I describe them as motivated, dedicated, and challenged by the world at large. I know that they will become a resilient force as they continue to rise above the challenges they face. This student knows that art has allowed her to achieve things that she never imagined she could do. In her Art 1 course, I remember her bright smile and inquisitive questions. She never really understood how strong her work was, or that she amazed me at the effort she employed for each assignment. I see about 90 new pen and ink animal drawings every year. Yet I can remember hers 4 years ago without a doubt, a lion with a detailed mane and eyes that peered right out at the viewer. It was astonishing. I've watched her tackle her senior year art classes with gusto, truly striving for a challenge, spending real time working through ideas and materials. And it is her ability to interact with students and to empathize with them that is its own true marvel, always meeting them where they're at and making them feel good about themselves that deserves its own recognition. It is with great honor that I present this award for Outstanding Senior in the Visual Arts to Georgia Huck. Good evening. For this young man, he discovered design in his junior year, where he found himself in a graphic design class and developed a really strong interest in the process of design. I think perhaps art and design were always important to him, but he allowed himself to study it with a true sense of purpose. In the past 2 years, he has become a member of National Art Honor Society, a Bison Ambassador for Art and Music, and an extremely dedicated student who strives for a depth of quality and ability in every material that he works with, whether it is digital or the fine arts. If there is a design competition or an art show, he is often the first to step up and submit a design. I value his confidence. I feel lucky that I can say I have worked with this student, and I am truly excited to see his work unfold as a professional graphic designer. It is with great honor that I present this award for Outstanding Scholar in the Visual Arts to Jacob Stedman.
And we have two very deserving students. Jacob Stedman is our Outstanding Scholar, and Georgia Huck bringing in Outstanding Senior Award. Congratulations, folks. And that brings us down to our World Language Department, represented by Department Leader, Miss Laser.
Hey, Miss Laser here. So for this year's World Language Outstanding Scholar, Shio is by far one of the most outgoing, organized, and determined students I have had the pleasure of working with. She is a natural leader who is intrinsically motivated, responsible, mature, and dedicated to both her academics and involvement inside and outside of the school. This is the type of student who, no matter what kind of job needs done, she steps up to the plate to do it. Even if it's the grunt work, she's down. She's great help. She carries herself with poise and is open to new perspectives, cultures, and points of view. She consistently reaches out to help others while continually pushing herself to achieve beyond her ability level, including in Spanish, staying dedicated commitments and extracurricular activities along the way. She is one of the few students who tries to use her Spanish every single time she sees me. Literally in the hall, in the classroom, even after I've had her and she comes back to ask about something for NHS, she's always pushing herself to use her Spanish, which is fabulous. She's very relatable, approachable, and liked by all of her peers. As such, she was voted homecoming queen by her peers and student of the month by her teachers. Just goes to show what kind of effect she has on people. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for this lady, because she's going to be bright. Her future is going to be bright, strong, and she's going to go very far. Hope she doesn't forget about us here at FLB. I'd like to congratulate Georgia Huck as our World Language Outstanding Scholar. Felicidades! This year's World Language Outstanding Senior is one who is involved with many different areas within the school. I really don't know how she does it. She's involved with theater, musicals, marching band, journalism, mock trial. I don't know how she does it all. She is persistent, tenacious, has a great sense of humor, and is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in, and she does not waver for it. Something we could all learn from. I'm proud of her for living her authentic self and not being afraid to do so. Something that's very challenging in high school. She's a natural leader who is intrinsically motivated, responsible, mature, and dedicated to her academics and involvement inside and outside of the school. She is open to new perspectives and points of view without judgment, which is going to serve her extremely well as she starts her career in political science and international relations. Her abilities in Spanish have grown so much throughout her years here, and I was beyond ecstatic to find out how many levels she placed out of upon taking a placement test at IUP, which also happens to be one of my alma maters. So that's a perk, but still. Without further ado, we'd like to congratulate Eva Tillich as our World Language Outstanding Senior. Felicidades!
Congratulations to you folks, as Georgia Huck is our outstanding scholar and Eva is our outstanding senior. Congratulations, folks, on some incredible honors. Very difficult to narrow that down with so many students that did so well from the class of 2020. So trust me, it was a very difficult decision, and you folks should be very, very proud. Next, we're going to move into the next part of our ceremony where we want to recognize students through our Latin system. So we'll have Mr. Pizzo, who is going to recognize our magna cum laude students. Mr. Pizzo.
Thank you, Mr. Rimpa. It's my privilege to announce the students earning magna cum laude recognition. Magna cum laude is our second highest achieving category. It's a cumulative total of the student's QPA earned over all 4 years of their high school career. Students must earn between 100 and 103%. Congratulations to the following students: Francesca Bellamini, Elena Bengal, Austin Black, Olivia Cornwell, Sasha Cornwell, Caleb Don, Elise Dinsmore, Joshua Algier, Nicole Enterline, Ethan Evolt, Georgia Huck, Joel Huck, Rachel Kimmy, Haley Kosterman, Angela Kolbachuk, Nathan Larson, Andrew Lichtinger, Cameron Padden, Abigail Petrick, Joseph Riley, Robert Scholes, Jacob Stedman, Ben Turry, and Grace Winkelbauer. Congratulations to these students. And now to present the students earning summa cum laude, I would like to introduce our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Wolfram.
Thank you, Mr. Pizzo. Summa cum laude is the highest academic honor that a student can earn while attending Fort LaBeouf High School. These students have maintained a minimum of 104% average in all of their classes over all 4 years. Truly an outstanding accomplishment, and a hearty congratulations to all of you who have achieved this honor. Those students receiving this award are Marissa Bataraco, Jaron Bateman, Allison Bengal, Evelyn Bengal, Madeline Bengal, Dylan Kuhn, Andrew Crilly, Rachel Dahm, Anna Di Nicola, Sabrina Double, Genevieve Feltmar, Kayla Fries. Lucas Gellner, Caitlin Hassel, Daniel Herman, Jason Kinlan, Emily Kuczynski, Caitlin Lander. Lucas Mosier, Lakin Proctor, Adam Scarpino, Connor Sheehan, Cassidy Tech, Madeline Terrell. Aiden Thiemann, Eva Tillich, Anna Van Damia, Owen Winskowski, Kendra Wilson, and Corey Withers. Again, congratulations to you students on all of your hard work. And now, back to Mr. Rimpa.
Thank you, Dr. Wolfram. Certainly no small feat. Something that's very important to point out at this time is when you see the number of students that have sacrificed and committed so much time and effort, you see so many students being recognized with our Latin system. Don't be mistaken to think that it's easy. It is a very difficult process, very difficult to maintain that throughout all 4 years. So congratulations, students. I'm very, very proud of you. Absolutely a tremendous job. Lastly, I'd like to say that one of the things that stuck out to me as we worked on recording our ceremony to be presented was, first of all, the number of students that not only earned scholarships, the number of students that also earned honors. Such a great accomplishment and such a nice way to share. But the other thing I noticed is this is a really good looking class. So one thing that you need to think about is, I don't know if it's the suit and tie and the sash or how you combed your hair, but boy, is this a good looking group. So congratulations to you folks and all that you've done. The last part of this evening is me getting a chance to present our commencement speakers. You've already met two of our speakers this evening with our valedictorian and salutatorian. So Lucas and Andrew will be presenting during our commencement ceremony. They'll be presenting as the opening and the closure. But in between, we get to hear from these three wonderful students. We have our faculty choice, Miss Rachel Dom. Congratulations, Rachel. We have our senior choice. The students chose Brandon Oso. So proud of Brandon for all of his growth and really excited to hear what he has to share on commencement. And then lastly, we have our senior class president. And I'll bet you Gabby never anticipated being this busy, because one thing that's happened is, being class president, she's continually put into that leadership role, whether reaching out to her classmates to collect ideas, working on the class of 2020 committee, and being able to bring those ideas back to Mrs. Humphreys and Mr. Emerick and myself as we continue to go through that path and that whole phase of trying to figure out the best way to recognize the class of 2020. And then we obviously ended up coming up with the drive-in, and Gabriella was instrumental in that whole process. So thank you, Gabriella, for all of your leadership. We look forward to your speech on the evening of commencement. So our senior class president, Gabriella Cook. So congratulations to all of our students and all of our honorees. If you're wondering about the traditional plaques that are given out with all of these different honors, yes, we will be working on those. They're actually in phase of being completed as we speak, and we'll be bringing those around. We've talked about, if we went to the sunset and we did our commencement ceremony through the virtual drive-in, or the virtual ceremony at the drive-in, we talked about delivering those. So the week after graduation, the following, be the second week in June, expect a visit from our school superintendent, Mr. Emerick, our assistant superintendent, Dr. Wolfram, Mr. Pizzo, and myself, as we make our way around to hand deliver our diplomas and bring you your plaques. Now, with some of you, Mr. Pizzo is going to have to grab a little red wagon to haul all of your earnings and all of your honorees, because you've collected so many things over the last couple hours. So congratulations to you folks. And with regards to scholarships, Mrs. Uvigis and Mrs. Landis will be working through the guidance office and getting those mailed out to you. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Reach out to Mrs. Uvigis. You can either email her, or you can call the guidance office, or you can go to the guidance Google Classroom pages. So congratulations to everyone. Congratulations, families. We hope that you're having watch parties all over Fort LaBeouf School District tonight, enjoying this evening. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We're so proud of you. We can't wait to get together again during commencement when we get together at Sunset Drive-In. So congratulations to all of you. Have a great evening, and please take care.